You're going to solve that incredibly frustrating mystery of your disappearing paycheck and talk about reclaiming your hidden wealth.
Part 1. The shrinking bank balance. So, I want you to imagine this. Your salary hits your bank account every single month. You pay the rent, buy your groceries, cover your bills, and then, somehow,
You get to the end of the month, scratch your head, and wonder, where did all my money actually go?
I mean, you haven't bought anything major, right? You haven't booked some wildly expensive holiday? So why exactly does your bank balance keep getting smaller?
That brings us to part 2. Beware the small subscriptions. Because, honestly, the problem might not be your big expenses at all. It's usually the really small ones.
We're talking about those sneaky payments you started during a free trial, or that app you literally don't even use anymore. You know, that streaming service you signed up for just to watch one specific show, and that random membership you've completely 100% forgotten about.
And here is the genuinely dangerous part. These payments are usually so small that you barely even notice them. One payment might be just $9.99.
Then, another one automatically pops up for $14.99.
Maybe another one quietly joins the list for $19.99, and hey, maybe another $12.99 right after that.
If you look at each one individually, you might just brush it off and think, it's only a few dollars.
But, you see, that is exactly how money leaks happen. Because those tiny payments that come out automatically every single month, they add up to hundreds of dollars over a year. To put that into perspective, just 5 unnecessary subscriptions averaging $15 a month would cost you a staggering $900 a year. And we're just talking about subscriptions here. You could also have bank fees, unused memberships, forgotten services, and all sorts of other recurring payments quietly draining out of your account.
This is what we call a money leak. It's basically the silent killer of wealth. It happens when these small, barely noticeable payments come out automatically every month and compound into hundreds of dollars over a year.
Which leads us to part 3, how to find money leaks. So, here is the big question. How do you actually put on your detective hat, hunt down, and plug these sneaky leaks?
Well, you start by opening your bank statement. And don't just glance at the last few days, you need to go back through the last 2 or 3 months of transactions. You're looking specifically for payments that happen like clockwork, weekly, monthly, or even yearly. When you spot one, I want you to interrogate that expense by asking yourself one incredibly simple question. If this payment stopped today, would it actually affect my life?
If the answer is no, well, you might have just found yourself a money leak. Now, it's absolutely crucial to understand something here. Not every recurring payment is bad. If you genuinely use a service and it provides you value, there's no reason to cancel it just because it's a subscription. The goal isn't to cancel everything you love. The real goal is to know exactly where your money is going.
Let's move into part 4. Sort, cancel, and save. Here is a really simple, actionable framework to help you take back control.
You're going to put every single subscription into one of 3 categories. The first is use it. These are the services you actually need and use. The second is maybe. These are things you only use occasionally. And the third is forgot it. You know, the subscriptions you completely forgot you were still paying for? I want you to start with that third category. Because honestly, sometimes the easiest money to save is the money you don't even have to change your lifestyle to save. You don't have to eat out less, you don't have to drive less, and you certainly don't have to give up a single thing you enjoy. You simply stop paying for something you don't actually need.
And we need to talk about a major psychological trap here. We don't usually take a $10 or $15 payment seriously, right? But the problem isn't that one payment. The problem is the fact that it keeps repeating in an endless monthly cycle. Sure, spending $15 once might not matter much, but spending $15 every single month for a year is a completely different story. And when you've got several of these payments running at the same time, the difference is literally huge.
So the next time you ask yourself, how can I save more money? Don't immediately assume you need to go out and earn more. Instead, first ask yourself this: where is my current income leaking? Open your bank statement. Find those recurring payments. Review the ones you're not actually using. And please, make it a solid habit to audit your recurring expenses every few months to stay on top of your game.
Because true financial freedom isn't strictly about boosting your salary and earning more money. Sometimes, the absolute most vital first step is simply understanding where your existing money is already going. Remember, your biggest drain on wealth probably isn't hiding in some complicated, volatile investment. It's likely sitting right there waiting to be found in your own bank statement. So as we wrap up this explainer, I want to leave you with one final thought.
If you opened your bank app right now and looked at the last 90 days, how much of your hidden wealth is just waiting to be reclaimed? Go find out.